Hello and welcome back to the Midwest Degenerates podcast. I'm Alex. He's Caleb,
Hi, how's it going, everybody?
and we're here to discuss some gambling bets for this week. Um, and recap the Super Bowl a little bit. Um, Figure we'll probably start there. Seahawks won. What was it? 29-13.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Collins had that one drive. I don't remember the other Patriots scoring drive or if it was field goals. I don't remember. I just remember Seahawks utterly dominated. Personally, the only one I had was right before game time started. Well, not even right before game time. I saw Kenneth Walker rip like a 20-yarder on like the second carry of the game, and that pretty much had me immediately deciding to put him for like 110 plus yards. So I won like $5 off of that. It wasn't a terrible bet, but outside of that, I didn't win shit on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, about the only thing I had hit, I had a one plus field goal in each quarter and won like 23 bucks off of that, but outside of that I didn't win shit.
Yeah, it was a weird Super Bowl. It was a weird season overall and a weird end to the weird season if you ask me. Uh couldn't have predicted the fucking I don't even know if Nate as our resident Seahawks fan, I don't even know if he even came away with any wins from that game.
Yeah, I don't think so. From what I talked to him this week, it doesn't sound like he won anything.
Yeah, shit. He's probably just riding the high of winning it and I can't blame him. Um
Yeah.
I want to cover. I feel like we could, since we're light on gambling, we could kind of. I forgot to mention this in our pre-show bullet points. I figure we could also kind of cover. I haven't seen a lot of people touching on it, surprisingly. But you're NDSU almost alum. Got to finish those math classes. Um, Wondering your opinions on their move to the Mountain West.
Oh, well, so we've talked about it at work, so you already know how high I am on it. I'll try and tone it back a little bit here. We're excited. At least the fan base I've talked to, I've interacted with, we are excited about it.
And you've known for months at
Um,
this point.
yeah, I said it. I remember telling you what
Late
right
December,
after
it felt
they,
like.
yeah, like mid-December. It was before Christmas. I told you, hey, they're in talks with the Mountain West. We're gonna wind up going Mountain West.
Yeah,
So
your whoever your Fargo inside sources, God bless them. Gonna we could
shout out Donnie.
hey, shout out Don AA. He's a goat. He predicted this months, but like he said there was a meeting to discuss it back in like what, December.
Yeah, early December. The meeting date was right around the 13th or the 15th of December.
Yeah, shit, dude.
So
You
it's
got
they
you
did
got
a real good job of keeping it under wraps.
yeah, they did. But hey, all I'm saying is if we want to start breaking this shit a bit early or start dropping some nuggets for our folks, we could be a we could be a inside source for your North Dakota State bison bison herd going forward.
Yeah, I will say with this first year going into the Mountain West, we already know whenever they put the lines out, they're gonna put them at like 6.5 wins for some reason. Smash that over if you
Smash the
can.
over.
If there's any prop out there for it, have NDSU running undefeated this year.
I don't I agree. I could the only way I could see them losing is if they bite off a like. I'm not saying that I have any doubts in NDSU going into this year, based off of talking to you, like getting to know you, and also just NDSU as well. I have no doubts in my mind that they're going to be capable of putting out a crazy good season this year. Um, they're petitioning. The only way I could see them losing a game is if they get in over their heads and schedule like, I don't want to say SEC, but like a Big Ten powerhouse. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't see them beating Iowa.
I think we could get past Iowa. I feel like our defense will shut down whatever run they try to throw at them. And our linebackers coach, he's been with us for years. Like he's one of the original fucking coaching staff members that we've had since we started our championship run in the early 2010s. So he's well experienced. His culture is like embellished into the program. Like
The
they're not gonna.
you're describing Iowa though. At the same time, that's my issue here.
But we do Iowa better than Iowa, and we have
Well,
the track record to prove it.
I want to. I would like to see it put. I mean, you have beat. I'm pretty sure NDSU has beat Iowa head to head before, but I'd like to see it modern day. Kirk Ferentz's Dark Magic, because you know that game would be played at Kinnick. That's the thing. It's like I don't like NDSU Bison. They're a solid team. They got a solid eye form. They got a solid tight defense, but beating Kirk Ferentz's Dark Magic Cancer Children Hawkeyes in Kinnick. This is just purely hypothetical. We've for the viewer, we've been going on about this for a little bit now, all day today. It's been kind of off and on if Iowa could beat NDSU or if NDSU could beat Iowa. Um, and also Kirk Ferentz, well, not even Kirk Ferentz, the Iowa Hawkeyes in general. Kinnick Stadium is filled with dark magic. I'm gonna get mini passes to their game or to their stadium this season. Have three games to visit, witness the wave, and I will report back to the viewer after every visit I take to Kinnick Stadium regarding if there is serious black magic involved.
But you gotta remember too, like, yeah, Iowa's coach is good and all, but look at Tim Polisek's record as a head coach there at NDSU.
And what is 3 seasons for him now, or how many years
Yeah.
for him?
Uh, he
This will be year 4, right?
started he started in 2024. 2024 was his first season with us, so
Year 3.
this is yeah, year 3.
I mean, he has a good record, but you also got to think in terms of national championships, NDSU's kind of regressed. 10 out of last 14, with two of those four non-championships coming. Well, I mean, granted, he did win one championship with them, but also did not win this year's. Got the upset loss to Illinois State, which I know you swear to this day was a robbery, was a bullshit call that did not go NDSU's way. But regardless, they have regressed to some capacity.
Yeah, and I will say a lot of that it's come with they've gotten complacent. They got complacent in the FCS. They were used to just running the board for years, and now it's finally starting to catch up to them. I mean, yes, they're still able to go out there and get the recruits that they need. They're still able to recruit on the same level as some of these Big Ten or some of these SEC schools can.
Shit, they're
They have the
pulling
same
Big Ten
recruiting power.
recruits.
Yeah, like they pulled in Big Ten recruits this year. They pulled in Big Ten transfers. So, I mean, the prestige is there. The want to be in the program is there, and them going to even though it is the Mountain West, but them making the jump to FBS, that's just going to make them even more of a what would you say, more of a target for say those 3 or 4 star recruits that might get looked over, say your Minnesotas or your Indianas or your Wisconsins or your Iowas.
Mm-hmm. I will say, looking here, I don't. I will in conference play. Like I said, as long as they don't schedule a stupid opponent, they definitely could go undefeated. Like I'm for our viewers here, they're able to see the FB schedules, just the Mountain West teams for 2026, 27. We got Air Force, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota State, NIU, San Jose, UNLV, UTEP, Wyoming. I will say all of the media outlets, major media outlets, are projecting that Dan Mullen's Rebels over in Las Vegas are going to be the biggest competitor against North Dakota State. I disagree. I think it's going to be Hawaii. I think that offense that Hawaii has mixed with the travel distance, because we don't know yet. This is true. We don't know yet. We have no idea if it will or if this is like if North Dakota State will go to Hawaii. But if North Dakota State travels to Hawaii, mixed in with how Hawaii's offense has been here this past season, I could see them being the team to beat North Dakota State in this conference. And I will mark that down on February 11th, 2026, way ahead of the season. Um, shit. Well, yeah, so unfortunately, we don't have any of the odds live for college football yet. Still got a ways to go on there. Um, I know we said we mainly wanted to focus on the Olympics like we have been. Uh, Jordan, for our viewers that viewed our last episode, Max Langenhan for Germany. I'll go to the My Bets page real quick so the viewer can see this. We're going to ignore all these previous losses from the past couple days. Oh, I didn't even realize that, dude. I won the men's normal
I
hill.
did manage to find it has been released the 2026 Mountain West schedule with North Dakota State's games in it.
Oh hell yeah, it has NDSU's games in it.
Looks like the FCS.
Oh here, wait 1 second. We're having some technical difficulties.
So
Here, real quick here, viewer. Uh, 1 second. Yo, Caleb, your mic's having some difficulties at the moment. It's like cutting real bad. Say something real quick. Oh,
that
say something again real quick.
better.
Uh, it's it's cutting really bad on your end for some reason.
All right, did that fix it any?
Yep, yep, that fixed it entirely. Hell yeah, back on track. Sorry, viewer. So you said we have the Mountain West schedule released with the NDSU games on it. You said.
Yeah, from what I'm going through it here, it's not the websites. It's either the website or our Wi-Fi, but it's kind of. But it's almost kind of looking like they just kind of copied the FCS schedule, NDSU, and basically transferred it over.
Yeah, that's if it's FB schedules, that is most likely what they did.
Yep, that's the website I found.
Yeah, it'll do that. My recommendation when it comes to, I mean, honestly, I feel like considering they just had that players only meeting on Monday morning to discuss the schedule with those guys, I feel like we have a few days to wait until we figure out what the schedule looks like for, or at least like a few, I don't even know, like a few days, few weeks. We have a little bit of time before we figure out what their schedule is. Um,
I'm just mainly interested to know whenever Hawaii is coming to Fargo because I will take the time off of work to drive my happy ass to 9.5 hours up to Fargo to watch that game.
I'll go with you, honestly, dude. I honest to God, would also travel up to Fargo to watch Hawaii play at the Fargo Dome. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any odds on that right now. No, but what I was trying to say whenever the connection was going to shit is, I didn't even realize it, but on, shit, Tuesday, I did all those, men's normal hill bets, and
Yeah.
I got a win. I got a win on Philip Raymond out of Germany. Shout out to you, man. Plus 470 odds. He gave me $5.70. I didn't even know I bet on you, but God bless you. That was Monday, so yeah. Shout out to you. That was before I even got to work or even woke up. So shout out for the early morning win. I didn't even realize it. And shout out Kenneth Walker here during the Super Bowl. Like I mentioned, $1 to win $5. God bless you, Kenneth Walker. And then down here, men's singles, in what was that, luge or bobsled?
Uh, you talking
Langenhahn,
Langenham?
yeah,
Yeah, that was Luge.
yeah. Shout out Max Langenhahn. Got the boys $11.40 on from the pod. Love you for that. Um, yeah, but just wanted to cover those wins we had off the Olympics. I don't know if you had the Philip Raymond pick, but if you did, that was $5. Um, looking here to our Olympics. We have the hockey games here, men's and women's. Women's is a lot, or women's we only have two games, whereas men's we have the full slate because it's opening day for them, technically, kinda. Um, I will say I did put a slip in before the podcast where I took Canada puck line, the under, France puck line, the over, USA puck line, the under, and then Germany money line with the over. That is $1 to win $113.
Oh shit! I might have you send that over to me after the podcast. I might put that in.
Hell yeah, I will send that over after the pod. Um, so yeah, looking here, we got a few games tomorrow. We got France at Switz. I mean, they're all played at fucking Olympics. It's neutral site, but France, Switzerland, Canada, Czechia, USA, Latvia, Denmark, Germany. I feel like there were a couple of takeaways here, um, from today's games that we had. Number one, never bet against a Minnesota Wild goalie. They're indestructible. They will stop everything. Um, and then number two, we have yet to see because Canada and USA haven't played, and I mean, we'll have them play tomorrow, so we'll have a bit of a sample size after this first matchup. But what we learned from that Slovakia Finland matchup, because Finland had the NHL players, they had the prestige of being a hockey country, and they went up against Slovakia, who placed bronze at the last Olympics in 22. Uh, and Slovakia kept most of their original Olympic roster. Didn't really take too many NHL players, and they dominated. They fucking dominated the game against Finland. So I that makes me wonder. I'd have to do a bit more research into these teams, but it makes me curious on if some of these teams that have a lot of Olympic experience but no NHL experience, if they will fend better than our straight up like NHL our all star teams with USA and Canada.
Yeah, that's one thing we kind of noticed today with the games that we had. It seems like the guys that came straight from the NHL over, it seemed like they were just kind of overwhelmed and out of place with, you know, just the size differential overall with the rink and the net and everything. As you
Absolutely.
were seeing shots that, in an NHL ring, it was going to go in the back of the net.
Oh,
But
100%.
in on the Olympic rink, they were fucking way out in left field with them.
It was almost embarrassing, I'd say.
Yeah, like it at one point in time you almost kind of felt bad for him because you wanted him to score. Like you wanted him to get that you wanted him to get the rust off.
Oh, 100%. And I had Mikko Rankinen for I believe he was playing for Finland from the Stars. He's like their number 2 player behind Jason Robertson, Asian sensation. Shout out from the pot. We love you. Um but I had him for an anytime goal in the game. He was one of the favorites to get an anytime goal. And Stars fan, so I just took him. I was watching him. I mean, granted, we were working, so it was kind of hard to watch, but I was doing my best to watch him, and I was watching this man stare down the goal for a good like 30 to 45 seconds, carrying the puck, just completely unable to do anything with it. He got a shot off on goal, which covered a different leg on one of my other bets, but at the same time, it was almost tragic to watch.
Yeah, and you know, uh for the viewers that weren't trying to watch the game or didn't really care too much, if you're trying to watch it on
That's some
USA
horse shit.
Network, yeah, you got to watch like what would you say the first 10 minutes of the game, and then
First
it
like
switched
5 minutes.
over.
You got the first 5 minutes. You didn't even get the first goal. I had to tell you that they scored.
Yeah, I got the first 5 minutes of the game, and then they switched it to women's double luge. I
No
don't
one wants to
know.
watch that.
I don't know what it is with the USA Network, but they must have some sort of hard on for those sports that nobody gives a shit about watching, like figure skating. Nobody wants to watch people fucking out there dancing around, twirling around on ice. What they should do with the figure skating competition in the Olympics is they need to replace it with an ice fishing competition.
It'd be better than what women's double luge.
No tip ups, no house. You just get a 5 gallon bucket, a hand auger, and a reel. That's all you get. We'll give you some wax worms too. But that's a true winter sport,
Amen.
not figure skating.
Amen. I will say, looking here at these lineups that we have for our men's hockey, are there any? I know you're not the biggest hockey guy, but is there anything that is standing out to your eyes, like numbers wise, for you?
So, going off what we saw today with Slovakia, I'm really kind of liking betting against the teams with all the NHL players on them and betting for the team with all just random international hockey team players on them.
Mm-hmm.
So like Czechia and Latvia, I'm kind of thinking about tossing a few bucks on them just for shits and grins, just in case it happens again.
Mm. I do like their puck lines. My only issue with that would be like Italy and versus Sweden. We saw in that matchup, Italy kept it close the entire game and then lost the fucking puck line at the very end.
Yeah,
So
and I will say with that, our goalie got injured right
yeah,
there
with
towards the end.
that was the
But
difference maker.
46 saves out of how many shots on goal by then?
Oh, dude, I'm pretty sure they only had. I'm pretty sure they had three. They either had two or they had three whenever he got injured. So it
Yeah,
was
that's
he had a
that's
he
pretty
had a
good
fucking
odds.
he had a he his over was 28 and a half. He damn near doubled that. Which, by the way, just the amount of shots, like Sweden had 60 fucking shots in that game. Shout out to fucking Italy's goalies because the amount of fucking pressure that you guys had to deal with was just downright retarded. It was unbelievable.
So Friday we got this will be a good matchup. Slovakia at Italy. That'll be a fun one to watch.
Oh, absolutely. I'm willing to make kind of a bet on it almost. Um, ooh, I will say I do like Slovakia, but I like it. I'm gonna take Italy plus 1.5. Well, it depends if their goal if Italy's goalie is back. Give me Italy plus 1.5 with the under. If Italy's goalie is out, give me Slovakia going over.
Yeah, I like that. What do you think Sweden and Finland?
For Friday,
Because we saw both of them today.
Sweden minus 1.5 going over.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Finland, they did not look good this morning at all.
No, they looked awful.
And
All those NHL
Sweden,
players didn't matter.
Sweden really the only time they started looking good was after the goalie got out.
I mean, they were keeping it competitive. They looked half at like they were like the best way I can describe it is that Sweden did look like a really good team. It's just that Italy's goalie up until he got injured looked like the greatest goalie to ever step on the fucking ice. Legitimately, that dude was playing on a whole nother level. I'm gonna try and figure out like honestly like I'm gonna call it the Jason Voorhees fucking goalie of the week. Just pure bullshit. Just came up with it. Italy's goalie DeLuca, you played out of your goddamn mind for the entire time you were on the ice. You played like you were the greatest goalie to ever step foot on that shit. And for that, Jason Voorhees goalie of the week award.
I agree. I feel like he is very, very deserving of it off of how he was playing. Kudos to you, my guy.
Yeah, absolute kudos, man. You left it all out there. Literally injured yourself. Um, I was looking at these matchups though. I kind of it's hard to tell for these teams that are playing tomorrow because they haven't played yet. But inherently, I'm gonna go Germany. I'm gonna go Germany money line, and then going over the 5.5. Um, and then rolling France plus 1.5, and then I think the only other one locked I have is Canada versus Czechia. I have that going over.
Yeah, and I could see that. I could see all that happening as well. Um, it seems like they're liking to score even in women's hockey. They're really enjoying scoring on this ice.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the short rink effect, if we want to call it, that. They seem. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
But
I don't know what happened there.
shit, where was I?
Oh, you were talking about how they really like scoring in the short rink effect.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just seems like I don't know if it's just the fact that they can cover the distance faster, and that's helping them put more shots on goal, or if they're just more dialed in over there than what they are in the NHL. But you're almost seeing better scoring games than what you see in the NHL.
You know, just thinking off of, I'm gonna take a quick glance here because I know they have anytime goal scorer. Okay, this so France versus Sweden or France versus Switzerland. There are a solid chunk of NHL players mixed in with a good chunk of these Olympic vets. I'm gonna take that one going over on top of the France plus 1.5. Um, just trying to do a little bit of piecing here. Canada versus Czechia. Oh. Canada's covering the -1.5 going over. I
You
didn't
think
realize
so?
this matchup is almost just straight NHL players all the way down. Like you pull up the lineup and you'll see there's like one, two, three, four names that aren't NHL players. But it isn't even just that they're all NHL players. Team Canada has Nathan MacKinnon, Connor McDavid, Sam Reinhart, and Sidney Crosby and David Pastrnak as their starting five, which
Oh shit.
that is literally just taking every one of those teams' best fucking player and just slapping them all there.
That it.
Um,
I hope we are not at work whenever USA and Canada face off, because that will be a very, very
that would
good game.
that would be an incredible game. I will say I want to look for this one if it they have it like they had it. First goal or first period goal in first 10 minutes. This is free money. You take that.
Oh yeah.
Um, I almost want to see. Can I alt spread this?
Um,
Yeah, you can. I'm doing 5.5 over. I'm
but
switching it
you
from
just
this instead of the 6.5, and I like the 5.5.
okay.
It's not that much of a line shift.
And you said over on the 5.5.
Yeah, like the over 5.5. On that matchup, 100%. The amount of star power that they have, them covering the puck line, I like that a lot. Um, Looking here, I mentioned Germany. I want to look at this matchup, see what we got in terms of. Ooh, a lot of non NHL players in the Denmark versus Germany matchup we have. I like the over 5.5. I'm hammering it. These guys know what they're doing. They played on this ice before. There is a little bit of NHL star power there. Edmonton Oilers, Canucks, Lightning, Red Wings, Carolina, Mammoth. These are all good teams. Senators. Everyone that's playing on this team is a part of a solid hockey franchise. I like that over Germany money line.
Are we taking goal in the first 10 minutes as well?
Ooh, yes, yes. We have to. It's pretty much free money. If I'm being so for real, it really is just free money.
So I'm assuming that one's safe up and down the board then for all the games.
Yeah, I'm gonna put together the part or what we have here, with all the other matchups. Um, USA Latvia is the only one I don't think I've touched on at all. Uh, which need to look at the lineups. Oh, absolutely, I'm taking America. America minus. Well, okay, we're gonna go alt spread here if we can. I'm gonna look here for the alt spread. It may just be retarded because I'm trying to find this and I just am failing here. Alternate puck line. Here we go. I almost want to take USA -3.5. I think I'm gonna run USA -2.5 just because it's a better line. -380. Is that 380? Yeah, -380 is better, a lot better than the -1.5 line. And then just because of what we've seen so far in the Olympics, I like Latvia putting up a fight and I like it going over. Oh, won't let me
Right.
parlay alternate puck line. Okay, so we're gonna skip that and we're just gonna take the -1.5, even though it's not that good. And then let's see, same game parlay, first period goal in first 10 minutes. Yes. And that gets us up to positive odds. So we got an 11 leg parlay here for these matchups that we got tomorrow. Anything else you'd like to add to this? Well, here, wait, what am I missing?
Mm.
France, Switzerland, first 10 or goal in first 10 minutes.
I
That.
think you're clearly the more knowledge on hockey than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think you pretty well covered it. Um, I'm not arguing with your picks. So far, your picks have gotten me through on hockey so far, even though FanDuel kind of
They fucked us
fucked us
today.
over today.
They fucked us today.
Um, do you think that for the
All right. So what was that what you're saying? Before,
yeah,
sorry.
so do you think that the goal in the first 10 minutes, do you think that will also apply to the women's games?
Absolutely. Here. Give me one quick second. So looking at the slip, I'm gonna read it off to our audio viewers real quick, just so they know. USA versus Latvia, over 6.5. USA -1.5. First period goal within 10 minutes. Yes. Germany money line against Denmark, over 5.5. First period goal in first 10 minutes. Yes. Canada versus Czechia. Canada -1.5. Yes. First period goal in first 10 minutes. Over 5.5 goals. Um, France at Switzerland. Well, France versus Switzerland, neutral field. France +1.5. Over 5.5 total goals. Yes. First period goal in first 10 minutes. Gonna place that. That is looking. I'm gonna just fuck around and I have a little bit of not silly money. I just have funds that I need to get rid of. I'm gonna put $1.25 on that to win $356. Um,
All right.
but then going back to what you were talking about here, so I'm gonna go here to all of these hockey games. I'm gonna slap um first period goal in first 10 minutes on France at Switzerland. I'm gonna do that same for all the other matchups there. USA Latvia, goal within first 10 minutes. And then do the same for Denmark at Germany. Yes. And then if hopefully we can parlay this. Come over here to women's Canada at Finland. Yes, we can. We can put the same exact bet in.
All right.
This will be a quick and easy way to make some change. Oh, I will say. Wait, is USA versus Oh, that's Friday. Okay, yeah. So we'll avoid putting the Italy USA on there for now, just because it's Friday matchup. Um, I will say I think if we want to increase the payout on this one, switch it to first period goal in first 5 minutes for Canada at Finland. If you want to try and crank the payout, I'm cool doing just those five for $10.79 off a dollar.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, you're making
$10.
money off of it.
Yeah, $10 to win 107 if you want to go big on it. Um, what else was there that we were curling? Let me find curling. We can cover that, and then we'll get over to our basketball and wrap things up. Curling tomorrow, 7 a.m. for men's curling. We have Norway versus Germany, USA versus Switzerland, and Great Britain versus Sweden. Now, was Sweden that made the run at the finals in mixed curling, right?
Yes, that sounds correct.
Yeah, and they were they ended up beating USA. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm looking at this here. It's showing Switzerland is favored against USA. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go spread and I'm gonna take USA plus 2.5 stones. Um,
All right.
then I'm gonna go. I gotta go back over to it. Shit, this is fucking pain sometimes. Yeah, back to curling. So I got USA plus 2.5 in that matchup. Germany is favored. What's their puck line at? Or their stone line? I like Germany minus 1.5 stones. I like that. Um, and then Great Britain versus Sweden. Give me what's the spread? Give me Sweden plus 2.5 stones. Just doing straight spreads on this one. Keep it nice and simple. Um, I know we have a bunch of women's. I know women's curling starts. I don't know if it started today and I just didn't catch it because it shows that it starts early as shit in the morning. But it shows that we have 4 matchups tomorrow. They start in about 5 hours from now. So any early viewers will
Mm.
be able to catch our bets on these. Um, Italy versus Switzerland. I want to see if I can bet spread on this. Yes, I can. Um, Italy spread is favored. Switzerland spread at 3.5 stones. That's a lot. Canada, Denmark, South Korea, USA, Japan, Sweden. I think the only one I can think of off the top of my head is taking the USA plus 1.5 against South Korea.
I
Maybe.
think I would
Oh,
feel
sorry.
good taking U.S. money line there against South Korea.
Really?
Yeah,
You think Corey will be able to lead her team to victory there?
I do. As accurate as she has been, I I feel like she's going to keep going into the women's competition. I don't see why she wouldn't be able to.
I think I'm also gonna take Sweden money line because the woman who is involved in the mixed doubles team for or mixed doubles curling, she was shooting 97% throughout the competition. She's part of that Sweden's women team. I don't think they're losing to fucking Japan. Not a chance.
Well, if that's the case, then how would you feel about taking Italy's money line over Switzerland? Because for the mixed curling, she didn't look like she was quite all there.
Hear
If
me
it's the
out.
same, if it's the same person.
I like the pick. What I'm noticing is the stone line on this matchup is fucking crazy. So even though it's minus odds, I don't think I'm gonna take the plus 520, but I'm gonna take the minus 128 for the plus 3.5 for Italy. 100%. I don't see Switzerland beating them by 4 stones.
Yeah. Because we've seen just what it takes over this past week or so, what it takes to actually have that kind of a lead in this year's curling competition. And
I don't think anyone's having that like. I think we saw that type of lead maybe once by the USA, and they lost it by the end of the game.
yeah.
Um, Looking here to Canada versus Denmark. Oh, I know what I'm taking here. The spread, or I hate that they call it spread, because if we're calling it puck line, if we're calling it fucking all these different things for different sports, let's call it fucking stone line. I'm gonna petition to make this a thing. I got Denmark women's team plus 5.5 stone line.
You just say plus 5.5?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, safest minus 166 in fucking history, dude.
Yeah.
That is like I saw that and I fucking crazy. Either Denmark, if Denmark does that's one of those Dubai basketball ones where if they don't fucking cover it, then they're playing against fucking babies straight out of the fucking cradle.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's all of our curling we have for tomorrow.
Um, did we go over men's curling already?
I got the if we want to cover it more in depth, absolutely we can. I just
I
lightly brushed over the spreads.
Yeah, I got distracted by all the different curling going on, so I completely forgot that we went over it. But we're good. If we already went over it, I'm fine with that.
Just real quick, I want to say so it's like we took Sweden plus 2.5, Germany minus 1.5, and USA plus 2.5 for the men's matchups we got tomorrow. Is there any objections to that or anything else you'd like to add to those bets?
No, I like it. Uh, I do.
Hell yeah.
I just couldn't. What did you say the spread was for the Norway Germany? Were we taking Norway or Germany on that?
Germany minus 1.5.
All right.
I'm gonna put $1 on that to win $70. Good old
I'm gonna
sweet.
take that. I know you're gonna say this is the Degen in me coming out. I'm gonna take those 7 picks. And then I'm going to parlay them together with the goal in the first 10 minutes for all the hockey games tomorrow.
You're gonna do what? Oh, put those in with all the hockey games as well.
Yeah, with the goal in the first 10 minutes.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Let me make sure. Did I
I'm
put a
a,
bet in on that? Yes, I did.
like I even have a slip alone that is just goal in the first 10 minutes.
Me too. Me too. I don't. I think I took all. Yeah, I took all the women's and men's in that. Um, Nothing really else there for Olympics that we have, unfortunately. Trying to think anything else we could really cut. We could go over college basketball, 100%.
Yeah, we can. I know it's getting a little weird to bet on now. I'm having a little bit of an issue with it. But we're getting there. We're pulling through. We're pulling through. And just so you know, with that slip, it turns into a 14 leg parlay. The odd on it is plus 229,175. I put 50 cents down on it, and the payout is $1,100.
Well, there's your PS5 to play NCAAA 27 is the NDSU fucking Bison right there.
Yeah.
Um,
So hopefully we hit on that.
Hopefully that'd be a crazy fucking win. Um,
Especially whenever 4 of the legs will more than likely hit before I am even up.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because the curling legs.
Well, if we want to get real technical with it, realistically, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slips. So half of that slip, realistically, over Thursday and Friday, realistically, those can hit before I even get to work.
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome.
So Friday morning, if for some reason you pull into the parking lot and I'm not there,
You won.
just know that I hit for $1,100.
I'll make sure to let everyone know. Be like, yeah, he hit for 1100. He'll be back Monday.
Well, well, technically, if that one hits on top of my 7 leg parlay for all the hockey games going into Friday for a goal in the first 10 minutes, on top of those two together, it will be a $1,200 hit.
Shit.
So that's pretty much a 2 week paycheck in one day.
Yeah, 100%. That is a full. That is a 2 week paycheck in one day. Shit. Looking over to our college basketball slate for tomorrow. I don't know if you want to go over everything or if you just want to touch on some specific points. I'm looking here. Trying to see if I can spot OU. See if they're playing tomorrow. Probably not. Yeah, they're not. I know you said okay. Well, I'm gonna take our Missouri State Trash Bears money line, just out of pure love for the game. What's their spread at? Yeah, I'll take the minus 320. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Missouri State Trash Bears. I'm gonna take
Take the spread on Denver at -1.5.
Denver minus 1.5.
Yeah.
Was that further? Where the fuck is Denver at? Am I blind? I'm probably blind. I'm passed over like 8 times.
Denver, South Dakota State. It's
Uh,
You got UT Martin at Lindenwood, which is right underneath Missouri State, and it's right underneath
yeah, I
that
see
one.
it. See it. -1.5. Yeah, I remember I remember us discussing previously that South Dakota State's kind of dog shit.
Yeah, they're not looking too good this year.
Um, Looking for our wide spreads here. Do you think the Salukis cover the -11.5, or do you think Evansville gets the +11.5?
Let me find it here so I can see what I'm looking at. All right. So just looking at it, I feel like they can. Um, I mean, neither team are really good against the spread. I mean, Evansville's a little bit better. I've been watching some of Evansville's games, mainly because I've been betting on them, and they've either been staying close or they've been a blowout. Um,
Hear me out. I like the hear me out. Look at the amount of money on South Dakota spread or Southern Illinois. Sorry.
yeah, like damn near everybody's betting on them.
So,
So
so that 11.5 becomes more attractive considering our circumstances here recently.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like they don't. I feel like they wouldn't show these stats for. Like they don't show these stats for a lot of other sports. I feel like they only show them for fucking college basketball because they know that it's rigged.
I can still see him for the NBA. I don't know why y'all can't see him for the NBA, but I can see him for the NBA.
Let me hop over real quick. Yeah, I can't see him for NBA. Well, I can see him for upcoming with the NBA, like tomorrow's games, but that's it. Can't see him live.
Well, you can't see him live for college basketball either.
True. I wonder if that's what Nate was talking about whenever he was complaining about that. Um.
Ooh, real quick, while it's live, before it tips off, Penn State at Washington.
Mm,
Uh, Penn State money line is plus 660. Put like $1.50 on that.
I'll put $1.04. Hell yeah. Just put a quick
I
slipper on that.
am glad I noticed that.
Let me go back here. So Missouri State Trash Bears, Denver minus 1.5, Evansville plus 11.5. Any? I know you like your crazy upsets. Is there one that you're feeling? We don't really have a lot, honestly. Um, I like Gardner. What the one thing I'm looking at that I'm staring at is Gardner Webb is a plus 20.5 dog at home, and I like them to cover that just because they're at home. A lot of that in college basketball, I've noticed.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm looking through here. I kind of like Detroit Mercy at plus 440 against Wright State. Um, I don't know, something about that. It's calling to me.
Detroit Mercy against the spread or the money line.
The money line.
Let me look at these here. I could see it. I could see it. It's pretty even. I mean, money line. Uh, Detroit Mercy is worse than fucking significantly worse than Wright State. But I just could see it. I don't know why. I agree with you. Detroit.
Yeah. Because there's been games out there this year where Detroit Mercy was underdogs like that, and they went out and whooped ass.
Yeah.
Like they've got 8 wins, but they earned all 8 of those wins. Like they were very convincing wins.
Yeah. I'll tell that. I'll add that to our slip for the podcast.
Another one. It's not the biggest of underdogs, but we got Valpo at plus 375 going into Illinois State.
So let me scroll down. Oh, yep, I see it. Do you like the 375 on them?
I do like the 375 Valpo's. They're a little bit hotter here going into these last few games. I want to say we're down to like 6 games left before conference tournaments start. So they're really going to be pushing, trying to build that momentum going into the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take that 375.
Yeah, I've also noticed Valparaiso. It's kind of I've noticed it's a streak versus tendency. Illinois State, they're on a loss, win, loss, win, loss against, or like in their last five. Whereas uh, Valparaiso is starting a streak. They're on a 2-game winning streak. I like Valparaiso. I do like Valparaiso. Um, trying to see, is there anything else that I'd like to cover? Um,
What are West Coast games looking like for tomorrow?
UC Irving at Cal Poly. I'm taking UC Irving spread. Or I'll take their money line, even though it's only a minus 350. It's added odds. Um, UC Santa Barbara at UC Riverside, UC Davis at UC San Diego, and CSU Fullerton at Long Beach State.
Yeah, there's nothing down there I'm really interested in. If you want to throw it on, um, with a slip, if you got something together, take the -1.5 for Cal State Fullerton at plus 102.
Or you mean plus 102?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and figure I'll go ahead and put that slip in off of. So our college basketball slip: Missouri State money line, Denver -1.5, Evansville plus 11.5, Gardner Webb plus 20.5, Detroit Mercy money line, and Valparaiso money line as our upset picks. A dollar wins 236. If you wanted to go and put 10 on it, that's $2,365. Yeah, I'm gonna go and slip $1 on that. All right, and then looking over here, I know we want to cover NBA just a little bit. What do we got tomorrow? We only got 3 matchups tomorrow, so pretty chill slate. Um, I like Thunder to win. Well, I'm gonna I got like 2 picks that I like here. Um, well, 3 because I just realized I like Milwaukee Bucks plus 13.5, Jazz plus 245 money line, and then coming over here to Dallas versus Los Angeles. Can't bet on player props yet, but I already know Luka's gonna be playing. Take Luka plus or 30 plus points.
Yeah. Yeah. That that kind of bet it's almost a guarantee with Luka. Um, what's his points, rebounds, and assists numbers looking at? Do we
Not
know yet?
not able to see for tomorrow's matchup yet, just because they don't announce that shit until like two
Yeah.
hours beforehand.
Um, let's see here. It's not live yet, but I have been liking it hits like every other night. But if you go and check in the mornings before all the NBA games starts, there'll be a little tab on the banner there that says raining buckets. And one of the picks that you can do is each team to score 20 plus points in the first quarter. And it's usually always sitting at like plus 325.
Just a quick little turnaround of money right there.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I mean,
Um,
like I said, it only hits like every other night. Like yesterday it hit, but tonight it didn't hit. There were like 2 games I want to say that didn't hit on it.
shit. Um, I think looking at these matchups for tomorrow night, I kind of just gathered or just kind of like the Bucks versus Thunder. The line is at 215. I went ahead and I took Bucks plus 13.5 over 215.5. That just seems really safe. 215
Yeah.
insanely low. Um, ooh, I'm gonna flip this. I got Jazz going over against Portland.
I like
Jazz,
the Jazz. I really like the Jazz on that pick,
the
but
over under.
I'm not too thrilled about the over under.
Yeah, I
My
don't.
rule with the NBA games, unless it's like, say you have a Spurs Lakers or a Spurs Nuggets matchup, that's whenever I would feel good taking that line.
Mhm.
But anything outside of that, I don't feel good about it at all.
Yeah, what that was just that the Jazz tend to be like a whenever they win, it tends to be a high scoring affair.
Yeah, but you also gotta think too, it's the Portland Trailblazers. And whenever they lose, like, for example, um currently they are losing 129 to 105.
Yeah, they aren't covering. They aren't covering that spread, whatever
No.
it is. They aren't fucking covering that. Um, yeah. So shit. Can I do that? No, I can't. Um, yeah. So I'm just gonna stay. I mean, the plus 245 kind of just covers the differential doing a spread plus over under. So I think I'll just stick with that 5 legger for NBA tomorrow.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then both teams, both the Blazers and the Jazz, they're both coming off games tonight.
mhm.
So
This will
that
not be
that
a
would just
fair.
make me, yeah, that would make me lean towards the under a little bit more, because usually whenever you see teams coming off that back-to-back game, that's usually when you see it.
Mhm. I will say we have Thunder and well, we have the Thunder playing right now, but we don't have the Bucks playing. Does that?
The Bucks played earlier tonight, I
Oh, okay.
believe.
Sorry, I'm not that into know. Uh, that in the know.
Yeah,
But
they beat the Magic tonight, 116 to 108.
gotcha. I also noticed the line dropped a point on that. It was 216.5 and went to 215.5.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So I'm gonna ride with what I got. That plus 13.5 over 215 for Milwaukee Thunder. 245 under 236.5 Utah Jazz money line for that matchup against the Blazers tomorrow night. And then Lakers minus 6.5 going over. It's a Luka game if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Luka game.
I'll go ahead and I'll
Um,
slip $1 on that and see what it puts us at. Dollar
and
one
earlier,
six.
whenever I told you about the Penn State slip,
Hmm.
and told you to put that in at plus 660. Whenever I was putting that in, I also scrolled up a little bit, and while it was going, it was 49.53 at the time for Texas A&M. But I put the Missouri money line on that as well at plus 500, and yeah, Mizzou's currently it's 54.57, so I'm feeling pretty safe about that. I currently have a positive cash out on it, if that's telling you anything.
I'm trying to see. Uh, yeah, I see that. It dropped to plus 230 for Mizzou. Trying to see here. Yeah, there ain't many other bets I want to parlay it with. I think I'll do like
I just threw the two together because I know they're usually fairly good as road underdogs. So And the way Texas A&M's been playing basketball recently, it feels like a good chance for Mizzou, who's on a hot streak, to go in there and pull it off.
Yeah, I just did a quick three-legger on Mississippi State plus 17.5, Mizzou plus 4.5, and then K-State plus 20.5, plus 500 odds on that. Nothing crazy, but just a quick little flip to get some currency in the account.
Yeah, that two-leg with Mizzou at plus 500 and Penn State at 6 plus 660 combined. It's a money line of plus 44.60. So my 50-cent bet will pay out $22.
I just slipped $1 on that to win 22.94. Um, anything else you really want to cover tonight, Caleb?
Um, we do uh we do need to go over the Internet Explorer game of the night.
Absolutely.
Let me look over some of them that are already done and see what's deserving of it. Um all right. So, yeah, so tonight's after looking over them here, tonight's Internet Explorer game of the night is going to go to the Golden State Warriors at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Golden State taking home the win, 99-91. LeBron James put on a really, really good game tonight. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Um, yeah. Jason Richardson, leading scorer for Golden State tonight with 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Zyduris Ilgauskas for Cleveland taking home a double-double tonight at 16 points and 10 rebounds.
Shit. I have my own Internet Explorer game of the week to bring up this week as well.
All right.
We got the Atlanta Thrashers versus the Montreal Canadiens. Final score: Atlanta Thrashers took home the dub 2-1 against the Canadiens on the road. Um, saw early on, saw Brad Larson score. Second period saw the Canadiens under Jean Bulis tie it up. No scoring in the third period, went to shootout, I believe. Um, Kozlov, or we saw 4 shots on goal in a shootout with no score. When finally Yevishlev Kozlov got a score off for the Thrashers in the shootout to bring the final score to 2-1. Saw, let me see here. We had 27 shots on goal for the Canadiens. They won the margin but lost the game. Atlanta won the face-off. Neither team had any success on the power play. Atlanta went 0 for 7. Canadiens went 0 for 3. Canadiens had more penalty minutes. Atlanta had more hits. Both teams went dead even at 18 for block shots. Canadiens, the real stat of the game was the giveaways. The Canadiens had 18 to Atlanta's 9. But I will say the takeaways, Atlanta had 15 to Canadiens 14, and I think that was what caused the game changer in this game, or what was the game changer in this game.
All right. Yeah, it sounded like it was a good game. But you know me, I'm not a big hockey guy.
Oh,
Just kind of
dude.
watching the Olympic hockey just for the betting.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you got to get into the hockey, man, especially if you want to live in North Dakota. That's prime hockey territory. Like, I'm telling you, man, I lived in Texas, got trained by an Olympic figure skater, and if I would have stuck to it, man, I could have been something in hockey or figure skating, one of the two. I could have done some serious fucking business in them.
But you see, the only problem with the hockey up there in Fargo, because I did try getting into the hockey while I was up there. Even went to a Fargo Force game. Shout out anybody that knows about the Fargo Force. Uh, but in their hockey league, if they get into a fight, they get suspended for 2 games for their first offense. Second
Boo.
offense, they get I want to say it's suspended for like I want to say it jumps from a 2 game suspension to like either a 7 or a 10 game suspension. Then your third strike, you're out.
See, that's lame as shit. So lame.
Yeah,
Us
like that.
Midwesterners, we need fucking unlimited fights. We need beer league hockey where somebody's throwing hands every 30 seconds for no reason.
Yeah, like I want that thing to look like a high school gym MMA fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Like nobody knows what they're doing. They're just out there throwing haymakers left and right. That's what I want to watch. That is entertainment.
That is true entertainment. I will agree with you on that.
Oh, and
Um,
just a in podcast update. Mizzou has taken the lead over Texas A&M 62-59.
woohoo! Go Mizzou. Hopefully they pull out that slip for us. Shout out the Nittany Lions. Need you guys to win as well.
Yeah. It should be going right now unless it's a late tip off.
Yeah, it's showing that I think it's showing it's a late tip off. Unable to really get a definitive answer right now.
Yeah,
Um,
we're still waiting on it to tip off. That's one of my gripes with other sports whenever you look at baseball. Because if you look at baseball, if it says the first pitch is going to be at fucking 1:09 p.m., you
it's a
bet your ass at
109.
1:09 p.m. that first pitch is going and that first pitch is going.
I just think it's
Like
dumb as
why
shit. We can't bet on their
why
baseball
can't
yet.
other sports be like that?
I
How
want to.
hard is it to do that?
Just think it's dumb as shit. We can't bet on NCAA baseball yet.
Yeah, like I said, I think it should be live. If not tomorrow afternoon, then Friday morning. Um, I kind of glanced over the matchups earlier on ESPN. The only one that really stood out to me was, of course, the NDSU matchup against Florida Gulf Coast at Florida Gulf Coast. Whenever you get the chance, I would take money on the
NDSU.
NDSU Bison to take the win there.
Hell yeah. What was I thinking? I had one other thing that I wanted to mention. Well, number one, I think TCU. I have to double check. I'm pretty sure they opened their season against Vanderbilt in a classic tournament. TCU, that's my pick. TCU and NDSU. We're a bit biased, but telling you, it's gonna hit. Um, want to try and wrap up the podcast here, but one last quick thing I want to cover. They pulled our betting markets for it, so we can't bet on it right now, unfortunately, to give like a full in-depth pick analysis. But we do have the Daytona 500 coming up. Just want to get a quick who you think is going to be the winner?
Uh, so is telling me my mind is telling me Alex Bowman.
Mm-hmm.
My mind's telling me Alex Bowman, but everything I'm looking at and everything that's going on in NASCAR and the way the future of NASCAR is going, uh, for some reason I'm being drawn to Denny Hamlin.
But those are both solid picks. We're both in agreement on the Bowman pick. I will say, my mind is telling me Bowman, same as yours is. The one difference is my body. My body's telling me Chase Elliott.
And I can see that. It's just Chase Elliott, he's one of those guys where he can really easily get tied up in a big wreck.
Absolutely.
Like, it doesn't take a whole lot for him to get tangled up in one. The reason why I see Denny Hamlin pulling off the win is just everything that has gone on with NASCAR here over the past couple months with the lawsuit and basically their own version of the Epstein files dropping with the NASCAR files.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing how biased and how fucked everything is with NASCAR. Like seeing like you can say Denny Hamlin is a crowd favorite. Like a lot of people won't argue with you there. So to see NASCAR go and have, you know, a crowd favorite that's looking for a reason to retire, someone that's kind of been in a thorn in the ass of NASCAR here as of late, you know, give Denny Hamlin the win, whether it be, a fucked up checker flag situation because that's something they like to do, or just, winning outright at Daytona. But that would be a good start for his retirement season to win at
Absolutely.
Daytona.
I agree with that. I can't agree with that. So for our Daytona picks, we're riding Bowman, Hamlin, heavy, and then Elliott as a backup for the other two. Correct?
Correct.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Um, no UFC tonight. Or not tonight. This weekend. Uh, anything else you'd like to cover?
We do have the Pebble Beach Pro-Am this weekend.
A lot of bets here that I'm noticing.
Yeah, there is a lot. Um, so I'm looking at the winner without Mcillroy and Scheffler. If you scroll pretty much all the way down to the bottom on the PGA, if you go here and look at Xander Schauffle at plus 1900,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Pebble Beach is one of those courses that he usually plays really well. It's one of those courses that during the off season he tends to spend a couple weeks at playing. It's one of his favorite courses for a personal round. So I could see him using that experience on top of just his ability to play there good. Like he's consistent at Pebble Beach in tournament play.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a consistent top 10 at Pebble Beach. I could see him pulling off a win this year at Pebble Beach.
I'll tail that slip. I'll put. You're the golf guy. I don't know shit about golf. Um, I'll tail that. Um,
And then you can go over on the banner, the top X finishes.
mm-hmm.
Uh, there are top 10 finishers. You can't parlay them together, unfortunately, which really sucks. But a couple of the guys that I really like to get into the top 10 for this event. It's going to be Roy McIlroy,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Rose, old man Patrick Cantley. Got to go with Fargo's own Tom Hoge.
Where is Tom Hoge?
I don't believe they have him on here, but I know I
They have
seen him
Richard
earlier
Hoge.
on the slip. Where's Tom at? He might have dropped from it, but whenever I saw him earlier, he was on here. Oh, there he is. Right underneath Max Greiserman and above Marco Pingy, right next to Andrew Novak. He's plus 800 to finish top 10.
Hell, yeah. We can parlay those.
Oh, it does allow you to parlay it.
So we like those
All
four
right.
fellers. We like those four fellers finishing in the top 10 here, huh?
Those four, and if you want to, just because he's trying to break a little funk he's got going on, you could throw fucking Jordan Spieth on there as well.
Yeah, I saw he was plus 600. That puts us at a crazy high modifier.
And then of course, we got to throw we got to throw Xander Schauffle on there as well for the top 10 if we got him winning.
Yeah,
Just might
true.
as well go ahead and parlay it in there.
True. Shit, well that's 6 leg equals fucking $2,001.
How much you betting on it?
50 cents.
Fuck yeah, there you go, guys. Take that shit.
Place 50-cent bet. Hell yeah. Pebble Beach. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Well, hell yeah.
I know it sounds weird coming from a guy that smokes a lot of weed. But you'd be surprised by how many golfers actually smoke weed.
Really?
Yeah. Like the PGA is one of those sports out there that don't drug test for weed. So
Shit.
it's kind of like baseball. If you really wanted to, you could get fucking blazed before you got to go out there and you can just play high as shit.
That does sound fucking amazing, I will say.
If if you haven't ever golfed high as fuck, or I'm sorry, we'll go ahead and start this here. Have you golfed before?
No.
All right, so here's what we're going to do whenever it gets nice out. Me and you are going to go golfing, and we're going to get high as fuck. Like right after the first tee. Like as soon as we can't see the clubhouse anymore, we are fucking getting high. And you will
Hell
have
yeah.
the best time of your life. You won't hit the ball for shit,
We'll all have an amazing time.
but you will have an amazing time.
Hell yeah. I fuck with that. Yeah, I fuck with that heavy. I've heard golfing is like a beautiful thing. I've heard it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
once you get into it, once you have one good hit, you'll be hooked. You'll be on Facebook Marketplace
looking up
looking for a
clubs.
set of clubs.
I figured. I figured. I gotta get into it at some point. I truly do.
Yeah, well,
Um,
if you ever do get into it and you get to the point where you can justify getting new clubs, just let me know because I get like a 50% discount through PXG just for being a veteran.
shit. I'll have to let you know on that.
Yeah, I got a $1,000 set of irons for $400.
Shit. That's fucking wild. Um, think that just about covers everything we got going for this episode here. Um, yeah, we got PGA covered. We got basketball, Olympics, NBA, college basketball. We got everything covered, I think.
Do we want to throw another bold prediction out there for the
Yeah, let's
future, kind of like the
fuck it.
uh, uh so we've been discussing it the past week and a half, 2 weeks now. The Seattle Seahawks, since they are up for sale now, we have the theory that the Anheuser-Busch Corporation is going to purchase the team and move them to St. Louis.
Amen. St. Louis Riverhawks.
And it makes sense too with the way things are lining up because the state already said they
They
want
want.
another team.
Shout out
And
Missouri for
Seattle,
one.
and if you've been paying attention to the news with the NBA recently, I want to say it's either next week or next month, but here soon they are having a meeting with all the other league owners and everything about its possible expansion to 2 more cities. And one of those cities happens to be Seattle, Washington.
Their
We've seen
favorite.
in the past, we have seen in the past that Seattle cannot handle, like, it can't handle three professional teams, and we're seeing it now even with the Seattle Kraken because the fan base just quite isn't there for them yet,
No,
from what I've been seeing.
100%.
And we were talking too. It you don't really see a whole lot of Seahawks fans out like inside of Seattle. You see more of them outside of Seattle. And like they had to beg people to come to the parade.
And even then, the parade looked like a pile of dog shit. I can't lie.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it didn't. The best moment was the owner of the Seahawks going, "Yeah, Kenneth Walker was just trying to negotiate with me like 5 minutes ago. Pretty weird." Right in front of Kenneth Walker.
Huh.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting.
So that's another interesting note there. So he's not planning on keeping him much longer at all if he's not even concerned about contract talks.
No, definitely not.
Because like you would think if he was like actually contemplating something like that, you would think he'd be like, yeah, let's go ahead and set a meeting for like 2 weeks in the future. Give us some time to like settle down and kind of come off this. Give us a chance to celebrate, and not focus on
Yeah,
business for a minute.
yeah. Clearly not though.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's a
if it happens, if Anheuser-Busch buys the Seahawks, you heard it here first.
Midwest Degens called it first. St. Louis Riverhawks.
I feel like I would like them to be called the River Chickens better than the River Hawks.
I wish they would do that. I wish they would truly. It would be beautiful.
Or, hear me out, I know it's not a big enough market, but they move them to Hannibal and build them a new stadium and everything there in Hannibal, and they change the name to the Hannibal Cannibals.
I wish that would be the best outcome of the whole ordeal. The only issue with Hannibal is that its population is way too fucking small to support it. Like I think it even makes
You know what?
Green Bay look massive.
That's what the WNBA could do, because that would be the perfect market for them, because not only they have the Hannibal market and the Quincy market, but they're close enough to where they'll also get like pretty much the rest of north central Missouri to go to Hannibal. Because I mean, from my house, it's a 3.5 hour drive to Hannibal. You know, it's not that bad. It's
Yeah, no,
reasonable.
for me it's like an hour. It's like an hour and a half, hour 45.
Yeah, so I mean, and like I said, it's the perfect market size for a WNBA team. You'll have people there that want a professional sports team. They don't give a shit what it is, just as long as it's some sort of sports other than high school or NAIA college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because their only other option is going to watch a team in Illinois or taking the drive to Columbia.
Yeah, either way, it's not really a desirable outcome for those folks.
Yeah, like so if they were to expand to like a smaller town for it,
Mm-hmm.
Hannibal would probably be their best bet.
I completely agree. Hannibal
Just because
campus.
what's a more passionate fan base than any sports team fan base that's based out of the Midwest?
None. None.
Exactly.
Midwest is undefeated in that regard. Um,
I mean, why else would you have, you know, why else would we go to Lambeau Field whenever it's like -10 outside and sit on a metal bench?
no reason besides we love the sports, baby.
Yeah.
Shit. Um, think that pretty well covers it for the episode we got here tonight of the Midwest Degenerates for you folks. Um, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Cheese curds are coming your way at some point if you do. Spotify, make sure you drop a follow. Add that shit to your episodes on there. Boost it however you can. Cheese curds coming y'all ways too, or y'all's way too. Um, and we'll catch you guys. Shit, probably after the weekend. Probably after the weekend, we'll get an episode out to you guys, recapping what happened in the Olympics, NBA, college ball. Kind of in a dry spell, so we'll probably cover a little bit of rumors like we did with or not rumors, but like news with NDSU and shit like that. But yeah, any
Yeah,
closing words, Caleb?
we're kind of at that, well, like I was going to say, we're kind of at that lull point in the year between football and baseball
Yeah,
where there's not really a whole lot going on. I mean, yeah, we have college basketball and NBA going on right now, but NBA is about to go into their All-Star break. College basketball, yeah, you can make money off of it right now, but the matchups just
they
aren't
suck.
really that interesting because the good teams have all played each other now. So you just have either bad teams playing bad teams or good teams playing bad teams.
Yeah,
So, there's not a real big chance for an upset there. Um, we do have college baseball coming up here on Friday. Not too sure how in depth they're going to let us get with the betting on it, but or if they'll even let us bet on it because
hopefully they
we
will.
we struggle finding the women's college basketball games even.
Yeah,
So I have a feeling it's going to be a real fun time trying to find the college baseball bets.
I hope it isn't as bad as that.
And spring training, I'm sure they'll let us bet on it. I know it's going to be hard to bet on player props for spring training other than, you know, pitcher strikeouts,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah,
But other than that, yeah, we're in that dead spot of the year. like the only 3 weeks out of the year that we don't really have much going on.
Yeah. And we'll get through it. We'll keep giving you guys content through it. We'll after I mean the Olympics are going on, which kind of helps out the break a little bit, but whenever this break is over, we'll be able to provide you guys with good picks for all sorts of sports and get back to what we had going with those first 2 episodes before the football season ended.
Yeah, and as always, along with the other 2 episodes, if you do have a good win, whether it's from some of our picks or not, go ahead and send in a slip pick. We'd love to see your hits.
Oh, absolutely. We love seeing any wins that the people may get, regardless of if we provided them or not. Just seeing the community win off of Vegas is always a blessing.
Yeah, like I don't care even if you put 10 cents on that bet and you turn that 10 cents into 45 cents. Good for you, my guy. Like,
Amen.
shit, a win's a win.
A
Take it where
win
you
is
can,
a win's a fucking win. And
Oh, and
one,
speaking of wins, I came up with a theory
let's hear it
for
real
how
quick.
any college football team can like run the table, go undefeated just using mental tactics.
Let's hear it real quick.
All right, so you know how they all have that big white poster board that has just random emojis and pictures on it and shit?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Every guy has a plan until he sees his wife with another man's dick in her mouth.
Holy shit.
So we got to play the mind games with them. We got to get on Photoshop. We got to get a nerd
It's like
from
the
the IT department
it's
to
like the my
Photoshop.
man. It's like the trick whenever a dude's throwing a free or going to throw a free throw. You just have another dude go, "That's my man." And then the guy will miss 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Holy
So, like,
shit.
think about it. Like, you go out there and like you're calling your first plays, whether on offense or defense, and you throw that card up there, and it's a Photoshop picture of dude's wife sucking a dick.
He'd
He's
be
not going to be in
devastated.
his right mind for the rest of the game.
No, he'd be
And think
devastated.
about think about the recruiting advantage you could have there too if you use that same tactic with blackmail in your recruits.
Ooh. We got
Like
ideas with the NCAA.
like instead of a at home visit, it's an at home recon. You send one of your guys, you get all of them in the living room. You're talking to the whole family there in the living room. You send your recon guy to go take a piss in the bathroom. But in reality, he's ransacking the house trying to find any little bit of evidence he can to use against you as blackmail.
That's fucking wild. That is fucking wild. Shit, dude. Damn. That would be a crazy strat to gain a fucking upper hand on the fucking sports.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long the NCAA will let it fly that we're photoshopping the other coach's wife. Doing that, but we'll
We'll,
get we'll get
we'll
some good
try.
memes out of it.
100%. We'll get a good few thousand likes on some platform somewhere, and that's all that matters. But my final closing thought that I have for the podcast episode here is shout out Kalshi. Your ads that you've been putting out here lately have been great. We'll have a sponsorship from you. Hit us up, Midwest Degenerates on here. Shout out Kalshi again. Yeah, shout out Kalshi.
I will say though, Kalshi kind of tone it down a little bit with the AI people because I know this is gonna sound weird, but the AI eyeballs like
They're
scare the
weird.
shit out of me.
Yeah, they're freaky. I won't disagree. AI in general freaks me out. I'm not a fan of the
Like
AI ads, Kalshi, but prediction markets baller.
the eyes, no matter what emotion they have, like whatever emotional tone of voice they have, they always have like the same shocked look, like somebody's just seen their entire family get wiped out by a tactical airstrike.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I hate it. Well, yeah. I think that pretty well covers our podcast episode this week for you guys. Only one episode this week. We'll be back with hopefully 2 episodes next week for you guys. Make sure like, follow, add, subscribe, send us your slip pics, do all the shit. Do it all. Do it fucking all. Cowshy sponsor us.
Yeah.
But until our next episode, I've been Alex. He's Caleb.
And I'm Caleb.
Hell yeah. And we're the Midwest Degenerates. We will catch you guys in our next episode. Thank y'all.
See y'all next time.
Peace.